I had a woman come to see me here not long ago, and she'd come on some money, not very much, but it was a lot to her. And she said, what should I do with it? And I said, well, what do you owe on your credit card? She said, well, I owe X. I said, well, what you should do, I don't know what interest rate she was paying. It was something like 18%. I said, I don't know how to make 18%. If I owed any money at 18%, the first thing I do with any money I had would be to pay it off. It's going to be way better than any investment idea I've got. And then later on in the conversation, she talked about her daughter, and her daughter had $1,000 or $2,000 or something. And she said, well, what should I do with the girl's money? And I said, have her lend it to you. I mean, if you're willing to pay 18% or whatever, she's not going to find a better deal. I'll lend you money. It doesn't make sense. You can't go through life borrowing money at those rates. The world is in love with credit cards. But I would suggest to anybody that the first thing they do in life is don't be paying even 12% to anybody. Pay that off if they're really a good credit.
In the world of personal finance, we often find ourselves pondering choices such as saving or spending, debt or investment, and having emergency funds or not. It can be overwhelming to navigate through these decisions and feel like we're lost in a stormy sea. In the midst of this storm, Warren Buffett, widely recognized as the Oracle of Omaha, stands out as a symbol of financial wisdom, equipped with a wealth of investment experience and an astonishing net worth surpassing $100 billion. He is widely recognized as an expert in generating wealth. Join us for an engaging exploration into the realm of financial wisdom as we delve into the 8 fundamental principles shared by Warren Buffett. Get ready for an exciting journey of enlightenment. These principles serve as your compass in the complex world of financial management, equipping you with the necessary tools to make decisions between short-term desires and long-term stability. We are always seeking to find a perfect equilibrium in our quest for financial success. It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of immediate gratification, leading us to make impulsive purchases and neglect our savings, ultimately leaving us with limited funds at the end of each month. At the same time, getting out of debt can seem like an overwhelming obstacle, but it's in moments like these that we can rely on Warren Buffett's tried and true principles. They act as essential guides, helping us navigate the financial challenges with grace and sophistication, just like the influencers we admire. Here are 8 principles you should follow after getting paid. Principle number 1, it's important to prioritize saving.
The value of American business depends on how much it delivers in cash to its owners over between now and Judgment Day, and I don't think it changes in 10% in a 2-month period if you're looking at it as a business. Now you've got anything can happen in markets. I mean, anything can happen in markets, and that's why they don't ever borrow money against securities.
Warren Buffett's initial principle, beautifully articulated in his saying, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving," questions the traditional method of saving money. He suggests a different approach to our perspective on spending. Prioritize saving before spending. It's important to recognize that savings are not just leftover scraps from our expenses. This shift encourages us to have a more open conversation about our finances. Buffett emphasizes the importance of prioritizing saving over spending when it comes to our financial goals. We should prioritize making regular savings a consistent commitment, regardless of our income level. It's really important to think about our future financial well-being so that we don't end up in a tough spot when retirement comes around. In order to put this theory into action, we can start by setting aside a specific amount of money as soon as we deposit it into our bank accounts. It's important to consider this allocation as an essential expense, similar to rent or utilities. By incorporating saving into our financial routine, we can establish a strong foundation for our financial future. Principle number 2, establishing an emergency fund. Warren Buffett emphasizes the significance of having an emergency fund, acknowledging it as a vital financial responsibility. He emphasizes the importance of having both financial resources and the ability to bounce back during challenging times. It's not just about having a financial safety net to protect us from life's unexpected challenges. It's also about being prepared to take advantage of unexpected opportunities that may come our way, even in difficult times. Life has a way of surprising us with unexpected challenges, like losing a job, dealing with health emergencies, or facing sudden home repairs. These situations can really disrupt our financial stability. These events are just a natural part of life's unpredictable journey. Having a contingency savings account is a great way to protect ourselves financially from unexpected challenges. This helps us feel more confident when dealing with the unpredictable nature of the financial system, allowing us to avoid making impulsive choices out of fear. Starting the journey involves taking small steps, like saving up enough money to cover your living expenses for a month. Over time, it would be wise to gradually increase this reserve so that it can provide us with support for a minimum of 6 months. We take a conversational approach to ensure that we are always ready to handle unforeseen challenges and take advantage of new possibilities, which strengthens our financial stability.
You should always adapt your consumption to your income. You shouldn't try and adjust your income to your consumption. That's a basic principle for individuals, businesses, and everything else. And reaching for yield is really stupid, but it's very human. I mean, and I understand it. And people say, well, I saved all this money all my life and now I can only get 1% out. What do I do? And the answer is you learn to live on 1%, unfortunately. And you don't go and listen to some salesman come along and tell you, I've got some magic way to get you 5%.
Principle number 3, creating a budget. According to Warren Buffett, it is crucial to have a budget as a fundamental part of a responsible financial plan, and it should be considered a must-do. He passionately argues that accumulating unnecessary possessions can eventually lead us to part with the things we truly require, a lesson he has learned from his own life. This statement highlights the possible outcomes of excessive spending. A budget is more than just a record of money coming in and going out. It's like a well-thought-out map that helps us stay on track and reach our financial goals. It helps us differentiate between our desires and needs, so we don't waste our hard-earned money. At the same time, it serves as a way to have a casual conversation and also helps us understand where our money is going. Our goal is not to impose a lifestyle of scarcity, but rather to empower ourselves with the necessary information to make thoughtful decisions about our expenses. We can maintain our financial stability without compromising our enjoyment along the way. Let's start by creating a spending plan that reflects our life goals and leaves space for some enjoyable experiences. Creating a budget allows us to take control of our finances, helping us achieve our goals and make smart financial choices. Principle number 4, the power of debt repayment. Warren Buffett once offered a straightforward solution to the ever-present challenge of debt. If you're in a hole, the best thing to do is to stop digging. This concise statement succinctly captures the essence of freeing oneself from the oppressive weight of debt. Debt, particularly when coupled with exorbitant interest rates, has the potential to continuously erode our financial resources, leaving us mired in a precarious financial situation. The imperative of eliminating debt cannot be overstated, as it serves as the linchpin for stopping the relentless drain on your financial well-being and lays the foundation for accumulating wealth. To embark on this transformative journey, the first step is to compile a comprehensive list of all the debts currently on your ledger. However, the focus should be squarely on addressing the debts that carry the highest interest rates, as these are often the most financially burdensome. Debt repayment strategies abound, and you have the flexibility to choose the one that best suits your circumstances and preferences. 2 popular methods are the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The debt snowball approach involves tackling the smallest debts first, while the debt avalanche method targets the debts with the highest interest rates. Additionally, seeking guidance from a financial expert can be a wise move, as their experience and expertise can provide invaluable insights into creating a tailored debt repayment plan. Ultimately, the primary objective of striving for financial independence transcends merely achieving financial self-sufficiency. It is also about liberating oneself from the constant anxiety that accompanies indebtedness. When we proactively make efforts to eliminate debt, we not only take control of our financial future, but also alleviate the stress and anxiety associated with financial concerns. The journey toward financial freedom through debt repayment is a pivotal step on the path to a more secure and prosperous future. By heeding the sage advice of Warren Buffett and adopting effective debt management strategies, you can lift the burden of debt and pave the way for a life free from financial constraints. So remember, if you're in a hole, the best thing to do is to stop digging and start your journey toward financial freedom today.
Stocks are safe for the long run, and they're very unsafe for tomorrow. Berkshire, 3 times since I took over, has gone down roughly 50%. Did I feel poor then? No, not at all. I knew it was going to be worth more over time. American business is going to be worth more over time. That's what you're buying as a business. You're not buying a stock. You're buying a piece of a whole bunch of businesses. Are those businesses going to be worth more 10 or 20 or 30 years from now? Of course they are. But if you think you can jump in and out, or that you know the time to come in, I think you're making a mistake.
Principle number 5, investing. Warren Buffett has long championed the power of investing as a means to secure a prosperous future. His advice is clear: allocate at least 20% of your income towards investments. Buffett's iconic quote, "Someone sitting in the shade now because someone planted a tree a long time ago," poignantly encapsulates his profound insights into the world of finance. Investing in the stock market can be likened to planting the seeds of a successful future. It involves harnessing the potential of compounding, a process that can transform your money into a valuable asset, generating greater wealth over time. For those embarking on their investment journey, starting with low-risk options is a prudent approach. Building your confidence and knowledge gradually will enable you to explore a broader spectrum of investment opportunities as you gain experience. Staying informed, exercising patience, and understanding that investing is a long-term commitment are essential tenets to keep in mind. Investing is not merely a financial strategy. It is a pathway to securing your financial future. By consistently setting aside a portion of your earnings and making well-informed investment decisions, you lay the groundwork for a brighter tomorrow. The seeds you plant today in the form of investments will, over time, provide you with the shade of financial security and the sweet fruit of your prudent financial planning. So, heed Warren Buffett's sage advice and start planting your financial trees today to enjoy the shade of financial independence tomorrow. Principle number 6, learn how to make a budget. Warren Buffett, the master of personal finance, talks a lot about how important it is to keep control of time, which is the most valuable thing of all. One important part of this control is being able to say the 2-letter word no with confidence. This message gives you strength and reminds you that you are in charge of your life's journey. What better way to use this power than to make a well-thought-out budget? Actually, Warren Buffett stresses how important it is to have a solid spending plan, a financial blueprint that always helps us reach our desired financial goals. This plan is our defense against the siren call of spontaneous spending, which, if we give into it, could take us off track with our finances. Before you start making a budget, you need to be very clear about your financial goals and how your resources will help you reach those goals. Between your wants and your dreams, there's a tango that needs to be danced with precision and grace. As you get used to how your personal and work life is always changing, flexibility becomes your trusted partner. Creating a spending plan is essentially taking charge of your financial future. You take charge by making smart decisions and setting very clear goals. Then you can direct your money toward the future of your design. It's the ultimate expression of independence, a statement that you are in charge of your financial journey and firmly set the direction of your life. Principle number 7, focus on the importance of having cash reserves. Warren Buffett emphasizes the importance of cash by comparing it to oxygen for an individual. It's interesting how we often overlook something when it's there, but once it's gone, it becomes our main worry. Money is crucial for maintaining financial stability and overall well-being. It's important to have liquid assets on hand to be prepared for any unexpected expenses or opportunities that may arise. Investing money is important, but it's crucial to avoid putting all of your liquid assets into investments. This way, you can protect yourself from unforeseen financial difficulties. So, it's really important to make sure you have enough cash on hand as a financial safety net. Having cash reserves is crucial for confidently navigating life's uncertainties and taking advantage of opportunities as they come. Principle number 8, outsourcing. Warren Buffett, a firm believer in focusing on one's strengths instead of weaknesses, suggests entrusting tasks to others who specialize in those areas. According to him, the crucial distinction between those who are successful and those who are truly successful lies in their knack for declining activities, that don't yield substantial returns. This philosophy applies to different areas of finance that may require specialized knowledge, like tax preparation or investment management. If you want to implement this approach, begin by pinpointing tasks that take up a significant amount of your time or cause unnecessary stress. Next, think about whether these tasks can be given to individuals who have more expertise in those specific areas. By doing this, you can streamline time management and make sure the task is done efficiently. Overall, Warren Buffett's principles provide a thorough guide for effective financial management, covering important aspects like saving, being prepared for unforeseen circumstances, organizing finances, reducing debt, investing, managing liquidity, and delegating effectively. Integrating these principles into your everyday financial routine might start off slowly, but it's crucial to stay committed through the entire journey. Keep in mind that attaining financial security is an ongoing process, not a one-time goal. It's more like a marathon than a sprint. Embrace the wisdom of Warren Buffett and let it be your guiding light towards a future filled with financial stability. As you start on this journey, think about the initial action you'll take to incorporate these principles into your financial life. If you found this information useful, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Keep following along for more engaging content as we explore the world of financial knowledge and empowerment. We appreciate your decision to come along with us on this adventure.